Welcome back, everybody. It is I, the Silver Watchman, and this is episode 70 of Dead Cells. In the previous episode of Dead Cells, we read through chapters... let's see. 43 through 48. In this episode, we're going to be reading chapters 49 through 52, and if we have the time, 53 of Psalms. I trust that you guys have had a good week. My week's been fantastic. God has been helping me look a little bit deeper into myself. I trust He's doing the same for you. Remember, people, growth isn't always easy. But it will always yield results. So, let us begin. Psalm 49. To the chief musician, a psalm for the sons of Korah. Hear this, all ye people. Give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world, both low and high, rich and poor together. My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. I will incline mine ear to a parable. I will open my dark saying upon the lamp. Wherefore should I fear in the days of evil, when the iniquity of my heel shall compass me about? They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him. For the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceaseth forever. That he should still live forever, and not see corruption. For he that seeth that wise men die, likewise the fool and the brutish person perish, and leave their wealth to others. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man, being in honor, abideth not. He is like the beasts that perish. This is their way. This, their way, is their folly, yet their posterity approve their sayings. Selah. Like sheep, they are laid in the grave. Death shall feed on them, and the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning. And their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling. But God will redeem my soul from the power of the grave. For he shall receive me. Selah. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dieth, he shall carry nothing away. His glory shall not descend after him. Though while he lived, he blessed his soul, and men will praise thee. When thou doest well to thyself, he shall go to the generation of his fathers. They shall never see light. Man that is in honor and understandeth not is like the beasts that perish. Psalm 50, King James Version of the Bible, a psalm of Asaph. The mighty God, even the Lord, hath spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun into the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined. Our God shall come, and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice, and the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God is judge himself. Selah. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel, and I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices, or thy burnt offerings, to have been continually before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he goats out of thy folds, for every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. I will eat the flesh of bulls, or will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked God saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consented this with him, and hast been a partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence, though thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will reprove thee, and send them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright, I will shew the salvation of God. Psalm 51. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. When Nathan the prophet came unto him after he had gone into Bathsheba, have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness, according to the multitude of thy tender mercies. Blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgression, and my sin is ever before me. Against thee, thee only, have I sinned, and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee. Deliver me from guiltiness, O God. Thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall shew forth thy praise. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else I would give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, and a broken and contrite heart, O God, thou wilt not despise. Do good in thy good pleasure unto Zion. Build thou the walls of Jerusalem. Then thou shalt be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then shall they offer bullocks upon thine altar. Psalm 52. To the chief musician, Mashiel, a psalm of David, when Doeg the Edomite came and told Saul and said unto him, David is come to the house of Ahimelech. Why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of God endureth continually. Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs, like a sharp razor, working deceitfully. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. Selah. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. God shall likewise destroy thee forever, and he shall take thee away, and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place, and root thee out of the land of the living. Selah. The righteousness also shall see, and fear, and shall laugh at him. Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches, and strengthened himself in his wickedness. But I am like a green olive tree in the house of God. I trust in the mercy of God forever and ever. I will praise thee forever, because thou hast done it, and I will wait on thy name, for it is good before thy saints. Okay, so I'm going to go and pray to the Lord so I can break this down for you guys. And I will be coming back after the intermission, so take the time to process the words that have been read. Okay. And I am back. I have taken some time to pray unto the Lord to be able to break down this word. God is good. So, starting off with chapter 49. Chapter 4, Psalm 49 can be summarized in this. It does not matter how rich someone is. Do not envy them. Do not envy their wealth, their success, their glory. Because at the end of the day, they can't take that with them. They may fight fervently for their wealth. But at the end, they'll never get to take it. And in the same way that they can't take their wealth, you can't take your debt with you when you die either. Doesn't matter how strong you are, how dumb you are, how smart you are, or how average you are. When you die, everything that was of this world, you leave behind. A man without honor is considered to be like a beast. He leaves behind nothing. And those that have honor, and they don't understand why, meaning that they don't have a relationship with God, because He would be the reason that they have honor. When he dies, it's as if a wild animal died. So do not envy those that have more. Because if they don't have a relationship with God, everything that is of them will fall and crumble. When they die. So, now looking at Psalm 50. It's essentially God saying, you come to me, and it'll be done. It doesn't matter how bad the situation is. If you're hungry, I will feed you. But you'll never see iniquity out of me. Offer unto the Lord all the best things, all the first fruits. Because at the end of the day, everything belongs to God. As long as you serve Him, God himself won't remove things out of you that are of him. He won't remove his blessings from you as long as you serve him. But things that aren't, he'll remove it. I see when you compromise. Walk upright, and I will give you salvation. Walk with me. Now we're going to Psalm 51. And as it says in the beginning, it is a psalm of David when Nathan the prophet came unto him after he had gone in to Bathsheba. Now, for context here, Bathsheba was the wife of a man named Uriah. Uriah was a good soldier for David. King David at this point, had many wives. So when David essentially abused his authority to be with Bathsheba, God sent the prophet Nathan, letting him know what happened. Nathan confronts him with a bit of a story. So the story goes as such. There's a rich man and a poor man. The rich man had a multitude of sheep. Now, back then, having a whole lot of livestock was a sign of wealth. Personally, to me, at least based on how God has raised me, I still view that as a great sign of wealth. So in my eyes, a man with much land and much animals is very wealthy versus a man that just has a lot of money. But that's besides the point. See, the rich man wanted that one sheep from that poor man. So he tricked the poor man, and he stole the sheep. When David heard this, he was furious. He's like, where is this rich man? Where is he? We shall put him to death. And Nathan, being a prophet of God, was like, hey, buddy, that's you. You're the rich man, and the poor man is Uriah. Only thing is, Uriah is dead now. Afterwards, David wrote Psalm 51 out of guilt, asking for forgiveness. And relieve me of my guilt, for I have sinned. Deliver me from the blood guiltiness. O God, thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. Meaning, I have felt the weight of my sin, and please rescue me from it. By the way, later on, God makes it so that way David watches a lot of his household die. And one of the only surviving members of his household is Solomon, the son of Bathsheba, But the sons and daughters of from his other wives, they don't really make it. God will forgive you, and he'll help you out, but he'll always make sure, especially if he loves you, the consequences of your actions are going to hit you. And as someone that has walked with God for over 10 years, I can firmly confirm this. If I was a little bit more obedient. No, I must not lay on the past. But essentially, this is just a cry out for forgiveness and mercy. A confession of, hey, I messed up, forgive me, and help me make this right. And if you think about it, that's the right way to be. Yeah. We're going to look up what hyssop is. All right. Let's see. Let's go to Merriam-Webster.com. A plant used in purificatory sprinkling rites by the ancient Hebrews, a European mint that has highly aromatic and pungent leaves and sometimes used as a pot herb. And hyssop, I guess the best way for me to describe it is it looks like a purple dragon tongue, at least one variation of it. Another variation looks kind of like lavender. But it's a very striking purple. I would love to put this into a tea or salve when I get the chance. Sorry, I'm just reading some of the health benefits of it. But besides the point, let's go to Psalm 52. So, Psalm 52. Let's see. It calls out the wicked man directly. Starting off with verse 1, why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of God endureth continually. Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs like a sharp razor, working deceitfully, meaning that everything you say is full of pride and lies. Verse 3, we see this. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness, Salah. Meaning that if given the opportunity between doing something right and doing something that satisfies you, you're going to choose yourself every single time. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue, meaning that this person is more than willing to take someone else down. And, because when you speak, you have the chance to raise someone up or bring them down. This person, more often than not, chooses to bring people down. We got a lot of people like that nowadays. And I'd be lying if I said I haven't fallen into that trap from time to time. The righteous also shall see and fear and shall laugh at him. Meaning that this person is going to end up being a laughing stock at the end. Because what you sow is what you reap. I don't believe in that karma stuff. That's not real. What is real, though, is whatever you continuously do, that's what's going to come back to you, time and time again. This man is the kind of person that trusts in the stuff of the world. And because of that, he's going to fall apart. But that he that trusts in the God will be like that of an olive tree. So, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Glory be to God. Blessings be upon every single one of you. And this is the Silver Watchman signing out. I truly hope that you guys have thoroughly enjoyed this video. And, I hope that one day that you guys will be able to give your breakdowns as well. Don't just wait for me to break down the word. If God speaks to you and reveals to you something that I have missed, feel free to put it in the comments. Because that's how we'll get better. All right, I gotta go.